I love it. All right. First, let's talk about. I still hear you a little bit, but fuck it. Who cares?
It's fine.
Yeah.
Still hear what?
My voice. And don't get tilted.
It's fine. No one's innocent here. I can hear Colin's chair struggling to hold him, so.
Опачки. Опачки.
Dude, I turned on CRISPR, bro. What the fuck? This is an old chair. Don't fucking... Fuck you. Okay, let's talk about why we don't do this as often as we need to.
Well, obviously because our fucking audio-video shit sucks a fat dick.
And Cameron's never home.
Well, that was it for a while. But he's been home a lot more lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And we're lazy sons of bitches.
That's a big one. I think
that's the biggest. It's not like we haven't been half the time in fucking Discord bullshitting.
Yeah. Yeah, we might have to substitute Cameron out for Mom every now and then. They almost have the same sense of humor.
That's fine. Yeah.
Mom's cracking jokes and shit.
Mom's funny. Yeah. You're right.
You right.
Yeah. But yeah, it's mostly been... I don't know. Dad, you're traveling a lot.
I've been traveling a
lot. I have no excuse. And Cameron is never home. So
I've been trying to get into a car accident. It just hasn't happened yet.
Good call. Don't do it in the juke. Do it in your car so you don't have to worry about it anymore.
I can't. My car has to, like, move.
It can kind of move.
Yeah, it can move, and then it doesn't.
And then it doesn't anymore.
Yeah.
If I get in a car accident in the juke, there's a higher chance that I die.
And that's what you want?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's move on.
You've heard of suicide by cop. You've never heard of suicide by lane change. You've never heard of that.
That's not true. Literally, one of my favorite fucking quotes is a guy talking about how every night, instead of coming home to his wife and kids, he just wants to jerk his car into a bridge abutment.
Fucking Steven's all like, we demand Obanoff. Fucking on this pod.
Jesus Christ.
Dude. That would be fucking hilarious.
You know how hard that would be to keep fucking on the air on Twitch?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Kick would be fine, Colin would be fine, but I'd be fucked.
Yeah. YouTube's a little more lackluster with it as well, so.
I don't really want Al Pacino on here.
Alright, so Dad, you had the topic of...
Colin didn't even get the joke.
I have no
funny
idea.
As Colin laughed, but he had no idea.
Yeah, it was that laugh of,
dude,
I have no idea.
Yeah.
It was the fucking newscaster laugh.
The basic white bitch laugh.
Yeah. You are so crazy. Now with Jeremy, with the weather.
Oh, fuck, I almost lost it.
Fuck you, Cameron. Dad, what were you talking about with
Al Pacino was in Scarface. That's why I said Al Pacino.
I'm still lost.
I just wanted you to get
Obanoff,
Richard has fucking scars on his face.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Dude.
No, I think right out the gates we kind of talked about the fact that you're live on Kick right now. So Colin switched over to Kick, trying that. They got kind of a different platform, different things. So Dirty went over to Kick. Unfortunately, some filthy animal got Dirty first, so he had to do Dirty-G. So those of you watching on YouTube, go over and give him a follow.
Yeah, I will see.
Or dirty underscore G. Sorry.
Yeah, it's dash if you use the URL. It's underscore if you look. I think it actually works for both if you look in the search bar.
Oh yeah, that's strange.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why it is that way. But eventually, hopefully, if things go right, maybe I can get the name because the guy follows one dude on fucking Kick, so I don't think he's ever streamed. So maybe if I don't know,
you can keep going.
Yeah. If something
Give
happens,
him a handy, you can get that.
Something like that.
Sure, that's what I was going for.
Destiny's streaming, dude.
Yeah, he streams. Amaranth is on Kick now. XQC.
Destiny's cool because he's a leftist who like supports the military-industrial complex, and I really respect that out of a liberal. I've never seen a pro-war liberal. It's incredibly cool and progressive, I think.
Okay.
Super fun. So yeah, Colin's live there. I'm live on Twitch, and we're gonna do this live and record it and shoot it up to the YouTubes. So, and we're gonna do it at least bi-weekly, if not weekly.
Yes.
So we can be a little more proactive about this bullshit.
And yeah, definitely. I think that's gonna be the biggest thing is, well, now that I'm home and we can do this during the night, like right now, and there's no ill will to it because obviously you work from home, so you don't have to worry about it. And Cameron does whatever Cameron wants to, and I'm a stay-at-home dad, so we have a lot. It's a little bit easier to schedule this shit and make it actually happen. So, the thing is Cameron just needs to be home more. Do we do this like a Monday night thing? Like try to do Monday night, or do we schedule it for the weekends, or kind of? What are you guys thinking?
I don't have a single thought in my brain.
That makes sense. All right, to you, Dad.
So the intelligent thing would be for the weekends because, for the most part, even when I'm traveling, I'm home for the weekends.
Yeah.
So, however, with that being said, because it's going to be hard for me to go live from my laptop.
Yep.
Because I don't have I have the ROG Ally. I could probably do it from that.
But you got to think about the internet you're getting from fucking hotels and shit
fucking
like that.
Hotel internet is so hit and miss. We can talk about that some too later. But yeah, god damn. Trying to play games with you guys from hotel internet is fucking atrocious.
Yeah.
It's the fucking worst.
So
the smart thing would be either Saturday or Sunday night.
Okay.
I think Sunday night's probably the better of the two, because who knows what we're doing Saturdays.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit like that.
We got a lot of family.
Usually we're home. Yeah, exactly. Usually we're home to do Sundays, so I think that's what we'll try to do Sunday nights.
Perfect. I like that. Cameron, are you going to actually be home on Sunday nights?
Sure.
You're fucking killing me, Smalls.
So, while we're on the topic of like channel and shit like that, what is some other things that we're planning on doing on the channel? I know that we did the gaming triathlon.
We recorded the first gaming triathlon. Cameron's been editing it, doing some shit. I don't know where that's at, but that will get put up on YouTube eventually. But we did record that, and once that gets posted, I think we're gonna record a second episode because we need to do Colin's picks for games because he's the one that won.
Whoa, dude! Right. Spoiler for the video.
Oh yeah, you fucking
shit, dude.
We'll cut it out in post. It's fine.
Yeah. We're not live.
We don't cut shit in post.
No.
We have yet to edit a single one of these.
It's because
dropped right on YouTube. That's why I decided we do them live.
We haven't been unfortunate enough to say a slur.
We haven't been naughty.
Okay. You just said a slur.
What did I say?
Naughty?
No, Dad said a slur. Said that Colin won the gaming triathlon.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but they don't know by how much and all that kind of stuff. So, and
by a lot.
Funny shit on. There was some funny shit on. It was not.
It was by 1 point.
It was now you ruined it, dude. Yeah, come on,
I didn't say who's in second place. It'd be pretty easy to figure out.
Fucking doubts. Yeah, exactly. All right. Anyway, now, hey, Cameron, there's no reason to fucking finish that video. Fuck it.
That's fine.
We could do it live too. We'll just do the second video live. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's coming.
Yes.
I
I was thinking what would be fun is a Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough. I mean, yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough with us.
Yeah, we already started that.
I know, but like one that we actually fucking record. You know?
Yeah.
Just pick up where we left off. It's not like we got very far.
True. I don't even think we're in Act 2 yet.
No, we're still in Act 1.
Yeah, so
we're
and everybody
oh my
knows
God.
Act 1.
We're
Yeah,
at
exactly.
where the Dwagars are.
Yep.
So we're almost at Act 2.
Very
But
close.
we're not quite.
And
the
then
the Underdark.
and then you had that one video that you posted on the channel that fucking blew up because it was kind of a niche.
The one I posted?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The build and review of the
racing
racing rig there next to me. Yeah.
And I think we're probably gonna do a little bit of racing content on the channel too, because
100%.
Yeah. Well, that was we already fucking spoiled who won the gaming track. I mean, you said that in the next one that we would do Assetto Corsa.
Yes.
We'd do a racing sim in the next gaming draft. So.
And I think I might make a video series of me doing iRacing and working my way up to Rallycross, because that's what I really want to do. So work from the
Rallycross.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to do the Rallycross series, which I think is cool. It's kind of interesting because you're super into road racing. I do a lot of the circle track racing on iRacing, and road racing.
Mm-hmm.
But and then Colin would choose Rallycross, which I think is kind of interesting.
I watched I don't know, a couple hours yesterday on stream while I was waiting for Tarkov, and dude, it looks like a blast.
You get away with a lot of shit in Rallycross.
Yeah.
Yeah, safety rating's a lot more lax on dirt.
Yeah. Well, it should be. Obviously, those guys are literally ramming into each other.
Yeah.
It looks like a blast. I don't know.
It's not even the most violent racing series.
Well,
like the most contact you'll see in a racing series is slow front wheel drive cars.
Oh, just because of understeer?
British touring car was
BTCC
was a boxing match, dude.
Regularly in cars that are slow as shit, people would roll in BTCC.
What the fuck?
Yes.
Well,
yes. Go look at the '90s highlights with like the 850R and the what was the fucking Ford? It was the Mondeo.
Mondeo,
the Mondeo, the Volvo 850.
It was
regularly roll. It's
chaos.
It's so fun to watch that shit.
Yeah. I loved it because like half of the guys, their suspension's going out, so the rear right tire is fucking tilted out this way, and they're still doing laps super quick. Like I saw one in his
Rallycross.
Yeah, dude, it was insane. It was just so much fun to watch, and the
Rallycross is accelerates as fast as a Formula One car.
Yeah, on dirt, it's terrifying.
0 to 60 in 1.9 seconds.
Dude, it was just so much fun to watch, and I'm like, I want to do that. And like, in having the Joker, is a really
Joker lap.
Yeah, is a really cool thing. I thought I'd never seen that in any race whatsoever, and then I watched Rallycross, and it's pretty
very
cool.
Similar to pit strategy, like when to change tires, when to refuel.
Yep.
And
when to take the Joker lap.
Yeah. And I also really enjoyed the how fast the races were. There were only like 6 laps because they were all in heats. So it was
they do short heats.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, exactly.
So that was kind of my appeal to the Rallycross,
thing.
Yep. That's kind of why I want to maybe make a video series of me working from fucking bottom of the bottom, basically where I'm at. I've done like 2 races maybe, and working my way.
Well, and you've done no rallies, so dirt road courses. Your safety rating and your I rating are 0.
Yeah,
because you've done none of those. Everything you've done has been regular road courses. So. So yeah, you would literally be starting from zero on both of those.
Yeah, and I think it would be literally no experience, zero anything. I mean, I have a little bit of racing, like because I've watched racing with you guys, so I know some of the etiquette to racing, but not a lot. So
Rallycross doesn't have etiquette.
yeah, I could tell. I kind of like that part of it too. It's kind of
Rallycross is for people with anger management issues.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and the Ford Focus looks sick. So it's another.
It's the Fiesta.
Yeah, but it looks like they're the same thing. Fiesta's just a smaller package. Okay.
Yeah, which is funny because like the Focus is actually the Rallycross car in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for like the beginning series, it's the Fiesta. Racing.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm really excited to try that. Let me look at our topics. Kind of went off
our next thing. No, we're good. I think the next thing would be Tarkov.
Yes.
Getting into Tarkov. Talking about Tarkov.
Oh joy.
I know Kim has. we tried to drag Cameron into it. We dragged my mom into it, which is a big thing.
That was huge. How much of a pain in the ass was that? Have I been trying to get her to come play this with us since fucking for over a year now?
Oh, it's been
and it was
battle.
Yeah, and it was one of those things where it was always, this is the perfect game for you because it's slower paced, it's realistic, it's a loot fucking world.
Oh yeah.
All this kind of shit, base building, all this shit, and she just poo-pooed it forever. She finally got into it, and now she's hooked.
Yep.
She's playing solo right now, probably.
Yeah, or watching the stream.
Yeah, I don't think she's watching the stream. She doesn't like us that much.
Steven's like, no, I want to play Rust.
I know. Well, that was the thing. It was always Rust.
Yeah,
and we finally pulled her off of it. Yeah. So she's playing this now.
So I agree. It's great for her. And I'm glad she's playing now. But jeez, dude, she needs to. Stash management is the worst fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
It got square. It got relatively square yesterday.
Yes.
Finally.
Yes.
How long's the wipe been out? 4 weeks now? 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was rough, dude. It was rough. So, but she finally got that. We got her figured out with the work area on top and all that kind of stuff, and it's starting to get there. And you're right, Steven.
Yep.
She has a way better bank than all of us.
Dude, she is rich.
You could first time ever playing this game, and she's sitting at 7 million in her fucking 7 million rubles in her fucking bank account.
You could combine mine, yours, Caleb's, double it. She would still have more.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Triple it.
Yeah. You could do
Are you up over 2?
No.
Yeah, you could triple the 3 of ours combined.
Wait, how much are you at? More.
Just at 1 million. And last I looked, you were under 1 million.
I'm at 1.1.
You played more at last night after I got off. So.
Yeah, I'm at 1.1,
but still, and Caleb's not at 1 million yet.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, so yeah, it's ridiculous. Anyway,
the
point is it's ridiculous. Yeah. She is a fucking loot goblin, and she also runs away from fights where Colin has a tendency to run into them, and I have a tendency to follow him.
Yeah. But how are you feeling about the wipe? Yes.
Front to back.
Yes.
So for the most part, I'm enjoying it.
Is that because you're playing with Mom now, though?
No, I'm not taking it as seriously as I did before. I'm not as upset when I lose kits as I did before. It doesn't bug me as much. I don't know why that is. Maybe it might be because of her and playing with her, right? And being more concerned about making sure she understands how things work and all that kind of shit. So kits are whatever they are. But
yeah.
You're fucking killing me, Steven. I don't know why I'm looking at fucking
I
chat while we're
made the
doing this
joke.
live.
I made the joke. I said, "How you feeling about the wipe?" I said, "Front to back or back to front." And then you guys just walk right past it.
We walk right past it. God
Listen,
damn it.
my goal is just to snipe fucking stupid shit.
You know,
one-liners here and there and everywhere.
This dumbass fucking game.
Steven picked it up though, so that's okay.
Yeah.
But ignoring your dumb comment.
So yeah, I don't know. I am enjoying it for the first time in a long time. I think the other thing I'm doing too this time, and again, to your point, it might be because of Mom. I'm not so hyper focused on getting shit done.
Yeah.
I'm more being a Sherpa and going into the raids and just trying to help out.
Yeah, I think because when you get focused on tasks and you just keep on dying trying to do a task, it does
that does great on you.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. So I mean, I kind of in that boat ish. I don't know. I'm having a hard time with the game right now because I think I might need a break soon. I've been playing a shitload. I'm already level 30, almost 37, and like I don't know, but
Put my laptop in. Keep going.
I'm
listening.
It's just.
Well, I think that's with anything, unless you're kind of that kind of person, right?
Yeah.
That can, and you're not. We've already established this. You know, you could have been a very good League player if you would have just played League. Both of you guys. I've said this before.
Yeah.
You know, you both could have been very good fucking CS players if you could just play CS. And neither one of you have ever been able to really just play a single game for a long time.
Well,
I'm kind of that same way too. I'm probably the reason for it, honestly. Because obviously your mom's not that person. She could sit and play fucking Rust forever.
Dude, I don't understand. And she could play it on the most boring server when it's just by herself.
Just her. I literally made a server and it was just her always on that server. I mean, we would play it every once in a while, but
yeah, I would get on, try to kill people, and then I would feel bad for killing people I know, and then I'd just get off because I didn't feel right. And then when we would play on actual servers, I enjoyed it. Everybody else got tilted when we lost shit. I mean, it sucked. Obviously, you work. The one problem with Rust. Let me go back. Main servers on Rust, you have to have no life. You have to be on.
You have to have and only play that fucking.
You have to be on that game 16 hours a day. 7 days of the week at the beginning of the wipe, if you even want a chance to like get to that end game point where you're using M2s and and clearing out helis and shit like that. The game is ridiculous because of the community, and I guess that's why it's still a thing now. The game's still alive, but
because of that. Yeah, absolutely. It's a double-edged sword for sure.
It's still tops Steam charts.
Yeah, it's probably still top 5. Yeah.
I don't think it's top 5, but top 10 for sure.
Well, it depends on what you're looking at.
Probably monthly.
Concurrent player. Or monthly player base.
Yeah. Like,
but anyway,
it's not in the top concurrent right now.
Yeah.
But
it's always there. It's always there. Its player base is ridiculous. Yeah.
You know what is in the top concurrent right now? Team Fortress 2.
Oh, that one's so weird.
Dude, how is that game still alive? Didn't they just add a little mini update?
Yeah. What's funny is they didn't do shit.
No, I know, but everybody's like, "Ooh, new shit on Team Fortress stuff. Team Fortress 2. I gotta go play it."
It was the community who did everything, and Valve was like, they hired one guy to just like put it through an update.
I don't know. That game is incredible. It's insane to me how much support Valve games get, even though from their communities, even though Valve doesn't give a shit about them. Team Fortress 2, CS for the longest time, they didn't give a shit about they only gave a shit about the esports part of CS because it was making them money. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, it's also the most exciting part of CS.
True.
Anyway, we're getting fucking off topic.
Yes.
Single game.
We could talk
grinding,
about
just
CS.
grinding Tarkov. Yeah, well, that's something else we can talk about too.
Yeah, I put that
just
down.
grinding Tarkov. I don't think is a good idea for any of us, truly, minus maybe her. So having a iRacing thing to go to a day a week, playing something for the last couple of hours of your stream other than Tarkov, is not a bad idea.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to when
I'll tell you right now what I'm going to do the iRacing thing because I got my system all ready to go over here. So I'm going to do the iRacing thing one night a week. I just don't know what night it's going to be. And I'm actually really looking forward to City Skylines 2.
It looks good. I've been paying.
So that's going to be my other half of Tarkov because I'm still going to play Tarkov and I'm still going to play it a lot, specifically because of Mom. But yeah, I'm going to have that too.
I think I'm just playing this right now to warm up for when Arena comes out, and I'll probably just go dumb in Arena.
Just go hard in Arena.
Yeah,
that's probably a good idea. Especially because that's exactly your place.
That's right up my alley, man.
Holding W, fucking doing that shit.
Just getting in fights, as many fights as possible. So,
I'll play Arena.
Dude, it looks, from what I've seen, super fast paced. Like rounds are maybe 30 seconds.
No, they're longer than that. What you're the round point that you're seeing is the timer until the objective is active, and then there's a timer for the objective to capture or hold the objective, and then there's a timer when if nothing's happening, then they bring in the fucking AI to run people down and force fights.
Yeah, well, it's I don't know.
So there's AI.
I haven't seen any of that yet because every one of the rounds that I've seen have all ended before that point. But they talked about that being a thing happening in the game where if people are just camping and not wanting to push fights and shit like that, that they were going to have a mechanism to push people into either the objective or forcing those fights.
Yeah.
And the big one is the objective, right? Capturing the point or capturing the flag or whatever the case is.
Is it not asymmetrical then?
It is asymmetrical. I believe all the maps I've seen are asymmetrical.
I don't know. We'll have
like what I mean is like asymmetrical as in
terrorist, counter-terrorist.
Oh, you got a fucking bot.
Yeah. Hey, Steven, you want to ban him for me? Thanks, man.
Oh, the bots, baby.
Yeah, I just got 5. I got 5 free followers from him. Thanks for. Fucking idiot.
Nice. Fucking jackasses,
dude.
It's probably the same bot too.
It's the same one.
Yeah, dude.
Cameron, I've gotten 19, 20 followers.
They want. If you look in his fucking channel, Steven just deleted it. They want $10 for 200 followers. He's already gotten a bunch of them from the fucking bot spam, dude.
And it's the same. It's the same fucking
2 or 3 more days. By this time next week, he'll have the 200 followers for free.
It's ridiculous, man.
It's fucking asinine, dude.
It's not like if I could remove the followers, I would, but they just keep on coming, and I can't remove them. I need to go through and just ban every single one of those stupid accounts. Maybe that will remove them. I don't know, but. It's almost too much. It's almost too much fucking effort to make it worth it.
Yeah. No, you just keep doing what you're doing, banning the fucking chatter that pops up in, and that's all you can do.
I reported a few of them as well, so maybe.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's good.
Oh, what I was saying is asymmetrical, as in like it is in CS, where you have an attacking team and a defending
team. No, not that I have seen so far. Now, there's multiple game types. So there is just team deathmatch, essentially. I can't remember what it's called.
And I know they're doing a bomb planting mode.
They are doing a bomb planting mode.
So I'm assuming they have to have a attacking and defending team.
Because you wouldn't need fucking. You wouldn't need bots to come in and force fights.
Yeah, I think that's only going to be on the team. Yeah, I think that's only going to be on the team deathmatch side of stuff.
Steven's saying it's symmetrical. Or maybe he's not.
No, he's just saying he doesn't like that.
Yeah.
I agree.
I'm not.
I don't.
But then also,
like
I think the other cool thing is one of the modes they're doing is
True.
a PVE mode.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
Yeah. So one of the play types is going to be 5 or 4v environment, and just like defense waves, catching waves.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that's good for people like Mom.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, stuff like that. I mean, if they do bosses.
Yeah, they're gonna do bosses and all that kind of shit.
Then I could see it. I think that would be kind of fun. Obviously, they're probably gonna have to tune them down because they will one-shot you. Fucking dickhead on Lighthouse.
There's already fucking boss.
He missed the first shot.
In Tarkov, right? So.
Oh yeah. There's how many are there now? Tagilla, Killa, Rashala, Sturtman, the Goons, Sanitar, Fat Ass.
Why does it say that you're offline? Oh, you came back on.
What? Did it really?
Yeah, the new fat ass guy. Yeah.
Yeah, the new fat ass guy.
The lighthouse sniper guy.
Lighthouse sniper dude. So 7, and I guess rogues if you want, but they're more
rogues, cultists.
That's like a mini boss. That's fucking a boss in itself.
Yeah.
Tier 6 armor and shit. But yeah, so they have roughly around 9-10 like bosses or mini bosses or groups that will fuck you up. So.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to play it. Hopefully it comes out here pretty quick.
Yeah. I have my concerns. I think they need to maybe have it to where there's tiers. So there's like beginning wipe tier, middle wipe tier, end wipe tier. Does that make sense? So you're like beginning wipe tier, you're using Mosins and fucking pistols and lower end stuff.
They're all kits, just like
I know,
just like CS. You have you can buy a kit.
I know.
With the amount of money that you've earned.
I want it to be like that though. I think that would be a lot more fun because all the kits are like high end. You're using AP.
They're not. They're all over the place.
I think it would make more. I think it makes sense.
They're literally all over the place.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Because
one of the kits, the kit that we get because we're EOD, is the fucking Rizzy kit, and the dude's wearing a fucking scav vest, and he's got the sawed off double barrel.
Oh, that's pretty dope, actually.
The idea vest. He's wearing the idea vest with a sawed off double barrel. It's a fucking dog water kit, and it doesn't cost anything. Yeah, so they're doing it. They're doing something like. I haven't quite figured out exactly how it goes by rounds and the money you spend, but they're doing it like that.
So, okay, I guess I don't fully understand it because do you buy it per round, the kit per round, or do you?
I don't know. None of that's been like I think in some games you buy the kit per round, but in some games. You buy the kit and you play that game. You play with that kit all the way through. Almost like COD, right? Where you could
like a Call of Duty
loadout, like a Call of Duty loadout. And so you play that whole game with the Call of Duty loadout that you got.
Do you have to keep on buying that kit, or do you get the kit forever? We don't know.
No. You don't get the kit forever.
Oh, no, okay.
It's a game thing. Yeah. Now, and there is one of the game types. So that's the problem is I think they're doing a bunch of different game types. I think eventually it's going to be one game type that everybody plays, right? Like fucking CS. There was fucking free for all and all the other shit, but people only ever played this one game type, right? I think that's what's eventually going to happen here is all these other game types are going to go away because there's going to be the one competitive one that everybody plays because there is going to be competitive ranking and all that kind of shit. So, and in that one is the one I think is going to be round based and you can buy certain kits per round.
That makes a lot of sense.
Based off of money. But I'm not 100% sure. None of this has been concrete or put in, but it has to be something like that because they brought in a fucking
CS team.
A CS team to test the competitive side of it. So it's got to be something like that where money matters and all that kind of bullshit.
Yeah,
I hope so. I hope that's the way they go with it.
But overall,
and we should bring that up too because I think that has I don't think we've talked about that when they brought in the fucking CS team to
the drama.
to test it out and the drama that came about it.
It's ridiculous, man. First off,
okay, why is there fucking drama? I heard about there being drama, and it's just because they're not Tarkov players.
Yes,
is that what it is?
So people were saying
the Tarkov community is fucking asinine.
They're ridiculous. So people were saying, why don't you invite the big streamers, the guys that have been supporting your game, the guys that have been advertising,
promoting your game, yeah.
And why are you bringing these professional gamers that have not played
that
it,
don't even
or barely
that only play
it.
CS, yeah.
And it's like, well, if you want a game to be competitive, you bring the most competitive people in to test it. Obviously, sure, these guys are good Tarkov players, but they're not fucking simple. They're not who I don't know who else is on Navi. They're not those guys. They're not professional gamers.
Who is on? I'm gonna look at the Navi roster. Actually,
yeah,
it just changed. You can't do a whole lot right now because everything's in flux after the last major.
Yeah, but still, it's ridiculous that first off that streamers think they're entitled enough to be able to say this shit.
Yeah.
And all the little minions pushing up
jumping
behind
on
them.
board.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fucking silly.
It's just simple.
Is it really?
I don't know the rest of these guys.
Say who else is on there. I can tell you.
Bit, JL,
BTT, or B oh,
B1T.
or just Bit. B1T. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. JL, Alex Sib. I've heard of JL before.
Me too.
No, that's not the same JL.
I don't know Alex Sib. I don't know IM. And I don't know Blade.
I do know Blade.
Blade's good, yeah.
He's the coach.
Blade, B1T, and Simple are all good players. I don't know the other two.
Yeah. Simple's a fucking man.
Yeah. Well, they're literally building an entire roster around him.
But it wasn't just the CS players either, because I think I think Envy's got a Valorant team, so I think Valorant guys were playing too.
You mean Navi?
Or Navi, sorry. What did I say?
Envy,
yeah. Wow. No, Navi, yeah. I think Navi's got a Valorant team too, and they were playing. And,
didn't they bring the League team too, or something?
I think they brought all of their people, or they could bring. So.
Or not their League, probably their Dota. I don't know if Navi has a League team.
No, I don't think so.
I think they're Dota.
Yeah.
I think they're Dota.
But anyway, yeah, it was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like, if you're trying to make a competitive shooter, bring in competitive shooter players, not streamers.
I agree. I think they eventually should, because
they did. Like some of the guys got to play it at Gamescom.
Yeah. But like,
it's not Tarkov though. It's its own thing. It's using it's based off Tarkov, but it's not.
No.
Like what they're going for is not. It's not for existing Tarkov players. I mean, it kind of is. Really, what it's for is to capture guys who only play competitive games. That's what this arena mode is for. It's not for the hardcore community that already plays the fucking game. That's not.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not how advertising works.
Totally. I think.
Well, fuck advertising. It's not how competitive shit works.
Yeah.
When you're building a fucking a competitive anything, you bring in people from competitive nature, not anyway, that was just dumb. They fucking rubbed me the wrong way.
Totally.
I don't know. Anyway.
And Twitter, or X, formerly known as Twitter, or whatever the fuck they call themselves now, that whole community behind streaming in general is just a piece of shit.
It sucks.
It's the fakest. It's the fakest fucking shit I've ever seen.
Absolutely.
It's an absolute crock of shit.
It is.
I fucking hate it so much.
Yeah.
The YouTube, specifically like influencers on X, are the fucking worst people. They're the fakest fucking people, dude.
And unfortunately, Elon fed it with his little money.
Yeah,
thing.
The engagement thing.
Yeah, the engagement thing. Yeah, that just fed it.
It sucks so bad.
Well,
there's this whole like Mr. Beast and Jacksepticeye thing, like beef going on.
Dude, what?
And I can't. There's no part of me that thinks it's legit.
There's no way. If you don't know, it's literally the stupidest thing. Jacksepticeye is mad because Mr. Beast makes videos for money, and it should be just for the love of making videos.
But I don't even think he thinks that. Like, here's the thing. I think he's farming engagement.
Yeah.
It's exact. It's
It's
why I think they're all fake, phony.
Yeah, they're farming shit. That's what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
They're min-maxing. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to min-max.
Yeah.
And they're doing it like that. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
Whatever.
It doesn't, obviously it doesn't hurt us in any way, but it's still annoying. So
I fucking hate it.
It's thoroughly annoying.
When I go on Twitter, I just want to see people get in car accidents and stuff. It's the only reason.
Mm-hmm. I saw on Twitter, I saw a cop kill a dude the other day. It's pretty interesting. So
yeah. I watched. I mean, there's so many great Twitter accounts that there's just like people doing stupid shit and dying. It's like what Reddit used to be.
The one I love right now is fucking Donut Operator's Twitter.
Dude, it's crazy.
He literally shows fucking body cam footage of cops murking people and asking, and his whole thing is, was this justified?
Yeah.
Is this a good shoot?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, Steven brings up the point of XQC and H3H3 going at each other, and it kind of is entertaining, but it's the same way the circus is entertaining. It's two people that like have no value in my eyes.
Nobody really wants to go see them, but they're the spectacle that's in town currently. So fuck it, let's go check it out.
I don't have a dog in this race. There's no. I don't like either of them. So, if the clown does a great job and juggles correctly and stays on his stilts, that's good. But if the clown falls over and breaks his neck, that's also good.
That's also good.
I'm cool with that.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't even know much of the XQC H3H3.
I don't.
It was just around him reacting to shit.
Oh. Yeah, that's right. Everybody got butthurt about him reacting and turning on his stream and then our video and then walking away for fucking 30 minutes.
No.
Yeah. And XQC putting no effort into it and getting 1 million views.
Yeah.
And then H3H3 was like, blah, blah, blah. I'm apparently the adjudicator of the internet.
Ugh. That guy's fucking... As someone who I didn't mind watching some of his shit, he went so far downhill. I can't even stand to listen to him fucking talk anymore.
Yeah. He takes himself so seriously, and it's like
there's two people that fell off that fucking wagon, and it's him and who was the content cop guy?
Oh, iDubbbz?
What? You're insane,
fucking
dude.
hell,
no,
dude.
iDubbbz sucks, dude.
Really?
It's bad. It's so bad now.
Oh.
He's actually walked back some of the shit he said and done. And
all of it.
All of it. Yeah, walked it all back. And it's like, dude,
God.
come on.
That you were the last of the shock humor on YouTube. That's what he was. He was the last of it.
Yeah. Well, like Sam Hyde exposed him so perfectly in that iDubbbz was filming a documentary about Sam Hyde, and Sam Hyde set up this whole thing and created a complete fake narrative for iDubbbz documentary. Fucking hilarious. And then made a documentary himself about fucking with iDubbbz.
Oh god.
This whole time. It's amazing.
Yeah, I don't know. So I think those are the two, in my opinion, that have fallen off the hardest.
Yeah.
Both of those guys are just, it's like... Oh.
I didn't know much about... I didn't know iDubbbz kind of fell off. That sucks. Yeah. I enjoyed his content.
Anyway, let's get off of drama into other drama.
Oh, into the Baldur's Gate drama?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
It's not drama.
It's not. It's setting a standard that needed to be set.
I'm gonna get political real quick. It's the free market doing its fucking job.
I agree.
Yes, I like that take. That's a good take.
It is.
Yeah, it's competition.
It's good. It's good.
It's driving the industry through competition.
Yeah, I have a feeling that Starfield came out and it didn't get 100%. Like it got what 80s and whatever.
Yeah,
right?
I think it's sitting at like an 85 or
whatever.
Something.
If I have a feeling if Baldur's Gate didn't come out, Starfield did, it would be getting hundreds. Baldur's Gate raised that bar.
Yeah, it's 87 right now on Metacritic.
And from what I gather, I mean, I just watched another podcast today. I watched the podcast, and Veritas slammed Starfield. He's like, I could only make it through 5 hours. He goes, it was fucking atrocious. The fact that the NPCs, every single NPC in fucking Starfield, you walk up to and they say the same line, like, I don't have time for you, or whatever the case is, and then you turn around and you play Baldur's Gate, and every fucking NPC, every dead person, every fucking cow and horse and rat has fucking voice lines and can progress the fucking story is fucking bananas.
It's insane.
Bananas.
I mean, they made the game for a while, which is awesome. And they actually played
it. They got the time to do it.
And I heard that Act 3 is a little bit rough. I've heard that. But the first act, if it was just the first act, if the game was just the first act, it would literally be the perfect game. And I've heard multiple people say that. And I know that they're planning on fixing the other problems with Act 2 and Act 3. Act 2 less than Act 3.
Has less 3. Yeah.
But the game is just... It has so much, and
it's
doesn't,
so good.
And it doesn't have a reason to have as much as it does. They're not that big of a development team, and they just blew it out of the fucking park.
Yeah, well, they gave a shit. They gave a shit about the source
material. They gave
material.
a shit.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah, they cared.
The game is incredible. We barely got through Act 1. We played a little bit of Act 2, and it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's fun.
It's
fun,
it's
turn-based, and it's fun. It's just weird,
Yeah, well, I'm an adult, so turn-based doesn't bother me.
And I'm an old man, and that's where I should be, is in turn-based.
Yeah.
I have
RPGs.
I should be playing fucking grand what are they? Grand strategy games.
Well, those aren't turn-based.
Huh? Most grand strategy games are turn-based.
No.
None of the Paradox ones are.
No. What is it?
Well, I'm talking about old school, like World War II reenactments and shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Strategy games.
But like EU.
What's the Star one?
Stellaris. Those are all real time, but you can pause and make
adjustments. I loved the Stellaris. I did the most degenerate way to play the game, but I loved it.
Yeah. Those games are great.
Games are great.
Anyway, that game is fucking phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Just the fact that, so Colin and I started a playthrough. I'm just going to give you my side of the story because I haven't done. So Colin's done 3 playthroughs. Cameron's done 2, and I've done 2.
I've done 4.
4. Oh yeah, because you did a solo one too. Yeah. Anyway, Colin and I did a playthrough, and for those of you that have played it and know the first part, there's the part where you got to go into the goblin fucking buildings, and free the druid, right? To go talk to the druid guy. Colin and I went in and worked and basically killed people from the inside out, trying to do them in little pieces at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Then when we played as a 3, or with the 3 of us, we just went in guns a-blazing from the front.
Yep.
And just did the whole playthrough with, like you said, shooting everything back in the day instead of trying to sneak around.
Yeah, and we failed multiple times.
But we set it up.
Yeah.
Like, we failed, and then we
were like, how do we do this engagement better?
Yeah,
and then better this time.
Yeah,
exactly.
So how do we all have advantage?
Yes.
how do we eliminate as many threats as we can without stirring up the whole camp?
Yeah, it was.
I really enjoyed that.
The way you could set up engagements and take them in a billion different ways possible is just fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, it's everything functions the way it should.
Yeah.
For a video game, like everything interacts.
Yep.
And every fucking soulless game that has come out the past few years, it's like so refreshing to have a game where every element interacts. When you throw oil on somebody, they're now more flammable.
Yes, exactly.
There's oil on the ground. You can get rid of it. You can throw a water vial.
Yeah.
And spread the oil out or spread the fucking poison.
Yeah, and if you throw a water vial and then you use like thunder damage, electric
lightning damage, yeah, electricity, yeah.
Because thunder and
it amplifies it.
Different, yeah. But yeah, it amplifies it. I think it automatically makes it I can't remember exactly, but it's just the level of detail, and then you pick up literally everything because you're like, I don't know what I'm gonna need next, so you fucking pick up everything. It's just, and it makes items feel more useful. I don't know. And then
it makes you want to explore everything too.
Oh, 100%.
Because
Caleb said that he did his solo playthrough, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we missed like half of Act 1. There's still like half of Act 1.
I expected that completely.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go my next playthrough. I'll probably play. I don't know. I don't like spellcasters that much, but I'm probably playing Marshall, probably like a monk or something, and just try to go in every nook and cranny I possibly can. Because just the game is like that. If you feel like you're missing out, if you're not going everywhere.
That was on the podcast he was talking about it today where there was I don't know if it's in Act 1 or Act 2 because I don't even know this place, but there was a place where he kept walking by these petrified, look like statues, right? And just they look like they were statues. And you could look at them and do whatever, but he goes, until I actually attacked one and they fucking came alive and a beholder came down and shit. He's like, you could have played through this entire game and only thought that those guys were fucking statues and never known anything about it.
Yeah.
There's a boss fight kind of in Act 2, and I don't want to spoil it too much, but there's you could brute force it, but the boss has like so much
health. Yeah,
it would be a pain in the ass. And I was like, there's no way it's supposed to have this much health at this point in the game. And it was like when we figured it out, it was like a eureka moment.
Yep.
And we had this like back and forth fight. We were figuring it out on the fly.
Yep. Oh, dude.
And it was like Asterion lived with like fucking 1 health.
Yep.
Picked me up. We used Revivify Scrolls. It was a fucking bloodbath.
Yep. It was fantastic. The way that whole battle went, because it was like I died first and I'm like in this terrible spot and we're like, we're probably gonna have to redo this, but let's play it out just for fun, let's not save scum until we absolutely have to. And then Caleb dies and we're like, well, fuck. And then Cameron's like, I think I got this. Cameron kills like gets the health down even more, and it's just Asterion. And
because I had a theory of how to get the boss's health down. I don't want to spoil it because it is like a cool fucking fight.
It is a really cool fight.
And they were dying, and I was like, well, I mean, if we have to reload, might as well test it out. And I did it,
and it fucking worked.
And it worked, and I'm like,
nice.
We did it the first try, and almost everybody died, but it
was still sick.
It was so cool, and Asterion made 3 stealth checks, survived them all. Would have died if he didn't.
My god, dude, the stealth checks, dude! It was fucking insane.
It was the most incredible moment of like gaming ever, and you're like, this is it's based on D&D. What does this say about D&D, right? Like,
what I think is cool is you have all that, or then you can do the four halfling.
Oh yeah, barbarian. Yeah,
barbarians, where they brute force the fucking dude at the very beginning that you're supposed to just go by and take his sword, and the goblin camp, they just collect all the explosive barrels and run them in a fucking that video was one of the greatest things ever, dude.
Setting
I
up
laughed my ass off watching that video.
Setting up the fight is like the best part.
Oh, it's so much fun.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Like when we were
set off like a Rube Goldberg machine before the fight, and that's how you initiate it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like
it's
setting up
so cool.
Setting up the explosive satchel, and then you throw the void bomb in there so everybody gets real close to it, and then you hit it with a fireball, and then they explode, and then you're like, we did more than half of the fucking health to that guy, and then you almost die anyway, even though you tried to set. It's incredible. The game is just great.
Yeah.
Or then you set up fucking swirling swords, and your fucking other player decides to keep walking into them and killing themselves because they can't figure out how to click, and just wait for the bad guys to walk through the swords instead.
I was doing nothing. I wanted to do something.
Oh, shit.
We still won the fight.
We still won the fight.
Yeah, exactly.
The best mechanic in any fucking game is shove. It's simple as shove.
It's so simple.
So good.
It's perfect. You can shove anything as long as you're strong enough and you pass the athletics check.
Yeah.
In fights, it's useful. Out of fights, it's fun for me. On my
barbarian.
Yeah, dude. I get bullied in camp. I get absolutely bullied in camp. Caleb, because Caleb's strong, because he's a cleric, so he has a little bit of strength. Cameron can't even be moved because he has some weird fucking jacket. So even if I wanted to try to shove Cameron at the 2% chance I have, it doesn't even do anything because he's a fucking dick.
Yeah, and I have advantage on every athletics check.
Yeah.
I essentially, when we're in camp, I'm lineman, and I'm trying to keep Colin
away from things.
Yeah,
away from trying to sex up the fucking NPCs.
Oh no, yeah, I already had sex with Asterion. It was great.
You let him drink your blood all the way to death?
No, I persuaded him not to kill me this time.
Yeah. Oh, okay, all right.
It was
the first time you let him kill you.
I'm a sorcerer, so I have a high charisma. So
Colin was the high school girl going, "No, stop,
stop,
don't stop!
You're so bad."
Oh my god, this is crazy! You're being crazy right now.
No,
so crazy.
Dude. Oh, you know what? For fight I forgot about, Cam. That was awesome. Took us forever to figure it out. Was the one down in the lava of the adamantite. That was a great fight. Another one I don't want to spoil. We need to do that whenever we get back on because we're there right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes. We're like literally exactly there.
Yeah. So we need whenever we play again, Dad.
That's a fun fight.
Well, about that fight that happened to us when we unlocked that locked chest and the fucking it wasn't a beholder, but it was something else came out.
The seer or seeker.
The seer, yeah.
Spectator.
That's what it was.
In the something flask. I can't remember the name of the item.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
The item description was just like it can hold creatures.
Yeah, and you're like, it feels like there's something in there, and then you're like,
right. And that's right, because we befriended the big ogre guy. We were gonna put him in the flask. We never did that.
Oh fuck! We need to do that.
Yes. Well, because we tricked them and said that we would pay them once they helped us, but really we're gonna have them help us and then kill the two.
Kill the two and put the good one in the flask.
Yeah. We're gonna keep them.
Yeah,
pocket ogre.
That's a crazy sentence to say in a video game. Why does it have that? Why do we have that option? That's insane.
Yeah.
I don't know. The game's great.
It's a great game,
and I think it's good that they're setting actual bars. Some fucking small company is setting this bar high, and it's gonna if AAA companies don't step up their fucking game, they're really in trouble here, in my opinion.
Figure it
They're
out.
already hurting, yeah. And then this was a good boot on the neck of a of an industry that was already down because of some other indie guys were really starting to make good shit. So
Yeah,
this is good.
no,
Yeah, it's not on Larian.
No,
no, hell no.
no, not their
on the
fault at
rest
all.
of the industry.
Yep.
I agree. Cam, why did you put this into the Opatchkast? Why did you put that in there?
Just because.
Get something fun to talk about.
Yeah,
Something
Right,
fun and neat. Something fun and neat.
it's called Opatchkast.
Let's maybe skip that one for a little bit.
We have to bring up the conflict.
No, we don't. I'd rather
in
not.
Eastern Europe.
All right.
No, well, hold on. Before we go there, you've got Street Fighter.
Yeah, I know. I just saw it. I just saw it, and I was like, "There's no reason to fucking talk about this." Cameron's an idiot. I just wanted to bring it up. Yeah, let's talk about Street Fighter. What do you think about Street Fighter 6? Because we haven't talked about it since we were so excited about it, and then
the last Opatchkast episode I had played.
You played the beta. Yes.
You brute forced your way into the beta.
Yeah, I cracked the beta.
Yep.
Cracker. But well, I mean,
can't say that on Twitch now, dude.
Am I a cracker or am I a crackhead?
XQC?
This is what the community is calling these people. Well, they were, but all those crackers, they got.
Oh my god!
They got phased out. I could make so many situational jokes about this because a lot. I'm not going to. But yeah, last time we did the podcast, I had played and I liked it. But since then, the game is released, and it's the best fighting game I've ever played.
You think so?
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So do you think that the drive mechanics really helped the series just in general? You think that's a good addition to it?
Yeah, I think it's a different addition because like Street Fighter 4's gimmick was Ultra.
Yep.
And all it was just another super.
Yeah.
And Street Fighter 5's gimmick was the V system, which is similar to the drive system. But
you can do so much more with the drive system.
Yeah. But don't shit on the V system. I think we'll look back at Street Fighter 5 fondly.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying the V system was bad because it was cool. It had defensive mechanics. You had your offensive mechanics with the V triggers.
You had
V shift. You had the V trigger. You had
you had V shift, V reversal, V trigger, and V skill.
Yep, and all of those were great. I think they added a lot to the game. I think the drive mechanic is a complete and utter upgrade to that. Personally,
yeah, I think it's. I think if in Street Fighter 5, if they had the foresight to do from the start what they ended up doing in the later seasons, like it would be just as good as the drive system, in my opinion.
Okay.
But besides Drive Rush, but a lot of people don't like Drive Rush.
I think it's
those people
great.
Are old.
Yeah, I think it's the great equalizer almost. You know.
Yeah. Those people are pussies.
Yeah.
I don't have reaction times.
Yeah, I don't know. I just that whole and modern controls. A lot of people are mad at that. It's a great thing for the game because I could put Acacia on a controller and she could actually play it. She could actually do DPs. She could actually do shit like that, and it's cool.
Yeah.
Dragon Punch's dad.
Sorry.
No,
Dr. Pepper's.
Yeah. Dr. Pepper's. That's the only two that we know of what DP stands for. Those two.
The drive system is great. Drive parries are like in the beginning everybody was hyped about them, and then when the betas came out, everybody died down.
And
I also didn't just crack the beta. I got into the fucking
I know
closed beta on the. So.
And you switched mains.
Yeah, I did.
But yeah, I think now everybody was because everybody was like, Parry's not going to do much. And
it's not that good. But now it's like when you watched Evo, it was
perfect parry after perfect parry, and people were getting punishes off of perfect parries. So
it was fucking cool to watch. It was so.
And it's a 2-frame window, so it actually takes skill. And
it's a smaller, like the big fucking parry moments were always in third strike.
Yep.
So like Evo moment number 37 is seen as like this impossible thing to land in tournament, but really, it's third strike. I think is for parry is a 10-frame window.
Yeah, and I think perfect parry in this game is only 2, right?
Yeah. It's I think it's a 2-frame. I think it's a 2-frame window.
And when you the coolest thing about the game is when you do hit those parries, it slows down the screen. You see like big splashes of color. They do great with like visual clarity and making shit look cool, which is a big part about a fighting game in my opinion. It's just making shit look cool.
And sound effects.
They do
because when you land a perfect parry, there's like this ching,
ching, and shit turns blue, and then you're like fucking.
And you get the free punish.
It's so cool.
Yeah, I think,
and it doesn't scale, right? As much, or does it?
It does scale. It scales a lot.
Oh, okay.
It scales a lot, but the point of parry isn't to like land big punishes. Really, the point of like perfect parrying something
is to get your turn back.
Is to get your turn back, and put them in a position where you can more easily land your offense. So like as Guile, if you fucking Ken drive rushes in, and you perfect parry his heavy punch, because it's all Kens do, is they'll drive rush in and crouch medium kick, or they'll fucking stand heavy punch,
or they'll dragon lash. Also, another one.
Well, they won't drive rush.
No. But if they don't have bar, they'll just dragon lash.
Yeah, because it's +1.
Yeah, fucking idiots.
Yeah, easy plus frames. But like as Guile, you would then do a combo to try and create as much distance as possible. Like you're not going for damage with a perfect parry. You're trying to put them in the position where you're going to have the most advantage.
Yep.
As DJ, if I land a perfect parry, what I'm doing is getting the knockdown as fast as I can, and then setting up my Ooga Booga fucking Okazeme, and just trying to piss them off.
Mix them up in any way you can.
Yeah. Mix up strike throw, mix up overhead low,
shimmy.
Yeah. Oh, the shimmies with DJ. Oh. Fucking A.
Yeah, I love that.
I hit that shit online.
Because you guys are going way too fucking nerdy at this point.
Sorry.
No, you're good. We also had Evo that happened, and you guys talked about that a little bit. How, as a complete nobody in this game, how far did a basic player get in Evo? Basic control players.
Oh, okay.
Modern control?
The modern control, sorry, yeah.
Top 6.
Player.
Yep, one got the top,
Japanese Chun-Li player.
Yep, made it all the way up to top 6.
Yep.
But it was the only person in top like 48, right? That made it up there with
I think so, something like that. Yeah. He was the exception.
Yeah, not
the rule.
Not the rule. But it's not like you can pick up modern controls and you're stuck in gold or whatever. You can pick up modern controls, get to diamond. It's not.
Yeah, there's modern control players in high master right now.
Yeah, it's not
like modern Guile players are like a big deal in ranked. Modern is technically like just as good as classic,
and it's a good thing for everybody. I see where people are like, instant DPs are stupid. Why is that a thing? I get that, but I think you're wrong, personally.
Yeah, but these are people like strictly looking at like frame data and
But also, doesn't the guy doing instant DPs not do as much damage with those DPs?
Yeah, you're
Yes.
doing 30% less damage.
And you don't get to choose the. Let's say in like some situations you want to do a light DP or a heavy. You don't get to choose that. You only get one. You only get one DP.
Yeah.
Well, you get your
trade off to me,
or you get your EX DP. You can do that as well.
Sure.
But,
yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like a good trade off to me.
It is.
Yeah, but overstating modern, I think, completely ignores what Street Fighter 6 does the best, at least in my eyes, and it's the mind games.
Yes.
Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're a modern player and you can fucking react perfectly to a jump in. I'm gonna drive rush in and sway, and I'm gonna get you to bite on that grab, and then I'm gonna punish counter. Or I'm gonna drive rush in and strike, get plus frames, and throw. Or it's like
the game's more about head games than being mechanically perfect on the sticks.
Yes,
and there is like punishes and shit that are like way easier on modern, obviously.
Yeah.
Like Zangief. Like the fact that you have access to a 1-button 720 is fucking insane. That does like half health.
Yeah, even with the less damage, but still.
Well, that one tournament I was watching, obviously it was a bunch of not fighting game players really, and most of them were using modern controls, and most of them were playing Honda.
Yeah, that's
talk about sense. Easy plus frames, dude. Holy shit!
Yeah, right.
Butt splash.
Yep, that was the big one.
Well, that was a big complaint early in the game.
Yeah. Nowadays, not a lot of people are saying.
People are so nearsighted, and it's perfect parry destroys Honda. Well-timed drive impact destroys Honda. It's
real quick because I want to get on something a little less Street Fighter specific, but it goes to the same thing. Have there been any major gameplay updates for what you were just talking about, Cameron? Did they change anything fundamentally gameplay wise, or did people just figure out how to counter that?
It's adaptation.
Yep.
It's been the FGC's motto forever. Like, don't patch, adapt.
Yes. Okay, good. That I like to hear because it fucking bugs me when everybody's begging for patches all the fucking time to fix shit when there's probably already something in the game that you can find. Metas piss me off, and trying to patch around metas piss me off. You know what I mean? Because there's probably something already built in the game that you can use to counter that.
And with Street Fighter 6's universal mechanics, there's always an answer
to everything.
It may not be clear, but there's always an answer. With Honda's butt splash. With Honda's butt splash,
you follow my guy. Appreciate it.
You have you're good. You have like a million options. You have perfect parry, you have drive impact, you have jump back, air to air. It's nearsightedness. It's like a patch culture thing. Luckily, Capcom doesn't patch their games very often, so it's not something you have to worry about.
No, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. Like I said, I don't play that game. I never even bought it. So, but I'm glad to hear that they're allowing the community to find counters and all that kind of shit.
Well, like like Cameron was saying, FGC's been doing this for years. Because you look at like Melee, for an example, because that's the one I know the best. Tier list change for that game constantly. Obviously not as often as they used to when it was earlier on. But I mean, people are still saying Puff is the best character in the game. People are still saying Fox is the best. I've heard people
saying Puff is the best are dumb.
Yeah, I've heard people even trying to put Marth up there. It's just and the game's been out for 20 how long? Almost 25 years.
22 years.
22 years. It was 2001.
Yeah.
So it's just it's incredible that there, and then like when you get this one player that comes along with a weird ass character, shows all these cool things with this weird ass character, like Amza with Yoshi. Yoshi was considered a bottom tier. Now he's considered top of mid tier, maybe even bottom of top tier. You know,
I think most people put him in high tier. Like
yeah.
There's the issue with Melee is that it is super unbalanced.
Yes.
That there are like the majority of the cast are not viable in the top, the tippiest top of play.
Mm-hmm.
But like at local tournaments, a Ganon can win easy.
Yeah, I think tier lists are fucking dumb when it comes to that kind of shit. In my opinion,
I agree.
I think it gets too into the weeds, and people get too meta bound and always want to be whatever is top tier and not think for themselves and try and find their own fucking style. It's a lot of games have the ability. I mean, like you guys just said right there with the Amza and the Yoshi thing. The Amza guy didn't fucking succumb to the
meta.
Yeah, to the meta, to the fucking the Fox meta. He played the character he liked playing, and he made it fucking work, and fucking won a major tournament with it.
Axe with Pikachu.
Axe with Pikachu, yeah, exactly.
I mean, there's a lot of them. Cawmaster isn't like crazy high up there, but he makes Luigi look like one of the fastest characters in the game.
Well, yeah, like Cawmaster, Eddie Mexico,
Yep.
Abate, all those years ago.
Yeah.
That Melee is a fucking special game because that high tier area is so full of like fun characters.
Yeah.
That when you see them make runs at tournaments, like when you see Amza make a run, or Axe, or Eddie Mexico.
Yep.
Even
Peach players like fucking what's his
Laud
Triff.
Laud just got third.
You see these guys that you don't see a lot, and you're like you watch them, and obviously the character. It's not that the character's bad. It's just that they're not, they don't have one frame moves and bullshit like that. But
but you can find your own play style, and you can find counters.
Oh yeah.
And what makes it nice too, when you don't succumb to the meta like that, is the guys that do succumb and always have to deal with playing against other meta players. Now all of a sudden they're up against a guy that has this one character that they never fucking see.
Yep.
And they have to deal with trying to fight this fucking one character that they never play against.
Yeah, it's funny.
It's the thing right now in Street Fighter 6 with Snake Eyes. He's the only top Zangief, and he makes people look silly. Like he knows he's played every matchup in the game,
but nobody's played him.
But people don't play against Zangief.
They don't play against a high level Zangief.
And even though Zangief on paper is bad, like his frame data is bad, it takes so long to get in. He's got a bad drive rush. It doesn't matter because Snake Eye knows what buttons you're gonna hit, and he's going to exploit you.
Yeah. Well, same with Mena.
Wake up with.
Same with Mena.
Yeah, but Blanca's good. Like Blanca's legit good.
Yeah, but I don't think anybody knew it until he came along and won the first major, and then he got second in fucking Evo. When he won the first major, everybody's like, "Wait, Blanca? Like, what's going on with that?" Because I don't think anybody was trying to push Blanca as far as he did.
No, the Blanca thing is different than Zangief. It's a different thing because Blanca.
But are there a bunch of people playing Blanca right now?
No.
That's what's different. Right. Is Blanca's not a bad character if you look at his frame data, if you look at his tools. He's a good character. Blanca is a hard matchup because one, he's gimmicky, and two, no one wants to play him.
Yeah.
He's good, but no one wants to play him. Well, Zangief is bad, and that's why no one
no one plays him. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's kind of like Puff. Nobody wants to actually play Puff.
I like playing Puff.
Yeah, but it's just boring. You're like, "Oh, get out of the fucking air." You know what I mean, though? Like, it's almost the same thing. Shut the fuck
I
up.
like it.
Because you play Captain Falcon. Fuck you.
Puff's the only fucking player I can actually play.
There we go.
Yeah.
Modern controls.
Smash is all modern.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I want to go over. I don't know if you guys have seen any of the gameplay for the League of Legends fighting game. Obviously, we don't. Project L.
Yes.
Project F. L.
Yeah,
L.
Project F was
Project A was the.
Project A was
Which was a way cooler name than fucking Valorant. Should have kept it with the project name, but whatever.
Anyhow, Project L. Saw some actual gameplay. They actually invited some dudes down to Riot Studios to play it.
And they were at Evo.
They were at Evo.
And Yasuo got it. Okay, I know. We're all gonna talk about Yasuo and how we hate him in League of Legends, and he's a cunt, and he's annoying. He feeds every round, or
he's the greatest fucking player of all time.
All time. If he's
on your team,
yeah.
If he's on your team, he feeds every round. If he's on the opposite team, he's the greatest player ever. Fucking.
Yep.
Yeah. He should be in the LCS.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But him as a fighting game character is so fucking cool. So him and the team.
I didn't get to see any. I didn't see any of the Yasuo stuff.
I'm a hater. I will not. No.
Oh,
you're a hater. Is that what you said? You're gonna
no.
hate him just as much in the fighting game as in the fucking league game. Yeah.
Oh, dude, the combos with Yasuo were the coolest looking things. Right now he's like. So a lot of the characters in the game have like special things that they can only do. He's the one of the only ones that can do level 1 into level 2 right now. And it's super cool watching the fucking combo, like him juggling people. Dude, he does these weird dashes where he dashes through you, and then half a second later the hitbox comes. Oh, it's so fucking cool.
He's fucking Haomaru. He's Haomaru from Samurai Showdown. It's literally what he's based off of. What is Yasuo? He's a samurai that shoots tornadoes. Haomaru is a samurai who shoots tornadoes.
Yeah.
Right. Well, League's been poaching different games players for everything.
Kassadin is just anti-mage from fucking Dota.
Yeah, well, I mean, all the characters are based off of Dota, obviously.
Yeah.
But Yasuo is like clearly Haomaru, like clearly.
Yeah.
It's one of the most blatant copies, and no one knows because SNK is such a small company, and no one plays fucking Samurai Showdown.
Didn't they had a new one? Not a new one, but the latest one came out like 2015, right, or something like that.
2019.
2019.
Yeah.
And nobody played that game.
Well, it's because the fucking online sucked.
That makes sense.
Oh, that's another good thing about Street Fighter 6. Online's fucking great.
Way better than 5.
Yeah, way better than 5. It's the best netcode in any fighting game.
Okay, so going back to the Riot game, Yasuo looks sick. Darius looks sick. I'm going to play Ahri no matter what. Looks so fucking cool.
Echo looks sick.
Echo looks so sick.
I've been. There was so many clips that came out at Evo because like a lot of the big FGC guys got to sit down and
actually play it. Yeah.
Because a prominent FGC member, Apology Man, is on the Riot team.
Yeah.
And he's a big like marble guy.
And he plays Ahri.
Yeah, and but he sat down with a bunch of people in like full hour-long sessions.
Yeah.
Explained the game to these different FGC members, and then all of this footage was released.
Yeah, because
everybody made videos on it, and they like these clips of just nasty ass mix-ups,
dude,
crazy combos. It's got potential.
It's got a lot of potential.
And Echo's got some dirty shit.
Oh, dude,
nasty, dirty shit.
And it has a cool groove system too. That like, I was watching it and I'm like, how can this happen? I'm like, oh, because they have this groove where like Obviously, it's not called.
I know what you mean though. Yeah.
It's not called groove. It's called like I don't know, like we'll just call it a passive or whatever. So you have like 3 different passives that you can choose from, and one of them's like when you do an assist, the assist stays out longer, and you have a longer time to switch to the assist. So you can do a few things, put shield pressure, switch to the assist, fucking do more shield pressure or mix ups, and then switch back because it gives you one more switch in that time period as well.
It's called block pressure.
Yeah,
it's all right.
What was I saying?
Shield pressure.
Yeah, that's melee. Fuck me. Yeah. But yeah, it's just, and then there's another one that like gave it to where I can't remember what all of them did, but that one was the most prominent one where people were using the most.
Yeah, it's similar to like runes or masteries. You can modify your playstyle beyond just what team you choose.
Yep.
And 2v2, we have to talk about that.
Yeah, we will.
Legitimate 2v2.
Let's calm down. I know I'm getting really excited. Okay, but now what were you gonna say?
No, I wanted to say, so now people other than internal have gotten their hands on it. What are some? I know Maximilian's played it. You guys have watched those videos. I watched some of those videos, but I haven't watched anything after Evo, so I don't know any of the stuff that happened after Evo. So what are some of the are they still under a gag order, or can they talk about it? What are they saying if they can? And what is is there any hesitation, or are they all gung ho on it, or what's the deal?
Pretty much everybody I've heard say it's super smooth, inputs feel good, it's got tons of, fucked up Marvel-like potential.
Yep.
Like you can set up nasty shit. A lot of FGC guys talking about the simple inputs
and how they didn't mind it in the game.
Yeah, because it's so fast paced.
Yep.
They didn't mind it.
So the skill expression is going to be more on reaction than on being able to react versus your mechanical input combinations and all that bullshit.
It's going to be.
Yeah, I think it's more creative.
Yes.
Like a lot of what's impressive in Marvel is. And I'm comparing it most to Marvel because that's what it's most similar to.
I'd agree.
It's like how technical like a Magneto combo is, or like the Marvel 2 Iron Man Infinite. When you see someone land a Marvel 2 Iron Man Infinite, it's not creative. You know what it is. You've seen it before, but it's so hard to do. That's why it's impressive.
Mm.
Project L being easier, but still fast paced. I think it's gonna lean more towards it being like I don't know if sandbox is the right word, but like an open palette for you to be creative and like not be limited by the tools.
Yeah.
Like use these tools however you see fit.
Yep.
That's why we're already seeing whack ass mix ups.
Dude, insane shit.
Yeah.
And it's insane the tools that these characters that we already see what they have. Their toolbox is like Yasuo is a stance character, so he has like different stances and he has a 1 stance, but he can do a shitload of things out of it, and he can cancel almost everything into the stance. So it's like the pressure that people can do and I see a lot of the same combo with Yasuo because a lot of people were trying to figure him out because it's the first day, so they saw somebody do a combo and they're like, oh, I'm going to do that. But like when you see the devs play it, because they've had a lot more time on it than anybody else. Everybody's combo looks different. Everybody's pressure looks different. Mix-ups look way different with each character. I mean, with each player, even though they're playing the same character. It's going to be a lot of creative and creative expression and fast-paced. Like, if you're not ready for mix-ups, if you're not ready to fucking look left, you're fucked. Or go left, or be able to block cross-ups, you're fucked.
My only worry is that it is going to be too much like Marvel 3 and Marvel 2, I guess. And that it's just going to be like Cyclone, continual. Like it looks like they have a pretty good infinite prevention system. I I don't know what they're. I think it's just
it's a juggle limit.
Yeah,
it's not hit stun scaling. It's a juggle limit.
Yes, I believe so.
Really, that's more like Street Fighter.
Yeah, I believe it's a juggle limit. I think it's still pretty high, but I believe it's a juggle limit from what I've seen.
Interesting.
And or is it more like the Barbie movie, like Barton's asking me about?
It's similar.
similar to the Barbie movie.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
There you go, Baxton. Got you taken care of.
No,
yeah, we're not talking about the Barbie movie.
We do love Barbie here.
I like Margot Robbie.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Okay, so the big thing is they did say that it's 2-player 2v2.
Yes.
As an option, yeah.
Which is insane. So you can
you can still do 1v1 with 2-character teams. I think they already said you can do 1v2s.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh no, they did a few of them at Evo.
Yeah.
Because I think it was Jamcroft and oh god, what's his name? Anime player something Knight. You know who I'm talking about, Game.
Lord Knight.
Lord Knight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was Jamcroft and Lord Knight versus one of the devs. They got smashed, I think, but it was 2 players on one side and 1 dude on the other. It was so cool. It's really.
So then, what's that going to be like for the ranking system?
I think they're probably. I think for like
casuals,
they'll probably
separate it.
Yeah, they'll probably separate it, but for like casuals, you can do whatever you want. That would be my assumption. If you want to go into casuals with a buddy and just fucking play whoever, then you can. Or
right.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm assuming ranked is going to be 2v2 and then 1 person with 2 players or 2 characters.
So they showed Alawi, but they didn't. We still haven't seen her play.
No,
we haven't seen gameplay. What's weird
is the only ones we've seen gameplay for are Yasuo, obviously, because you've been talking about him, Darius, Ari, Echo, and Jinx.
Not Jinx.
Well, we've seen gameplay of Jinx from the things, and we've seen
Thanks for stopping by.
And we've seen a few little things on Alawi, but
follow. Hold on, follow Colin on Kick, kick.com/dirty dash G is in games.
Yeah. But yeah, so we've seen a little bit of gameplay from the trailers that they did, but nobody's been able to play them yet.
Yeah, no one's actually had their hands
on Jinx.
On Jinx or Alawi.
Yasuo, Darius, Echo, or Ari.
So it's only been Darius, Echo, Ari, and Yasuo.
Yep. And I think they confirmed it's a 14 character roster in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's a good sized roster for.
It's a good start. It's a good starting roster, especially for a free to play game.
Yep, I would agree.
That's a big starting roster for a free to play game.
So I'm sorry, I was linking your stuff.
You're fine.
To Paxton in my chat there. How many? 14?
14. It's a decent sized roster.
And we know of 6 currently.
Yeah.
So we're waiting on another 8.
Yep.
Now, didn't they at one point they did show that was super early? They showed
Katarina.
Yeah. So that would be 7.
I assume Katarina will be in.
Yeah, I would assume so too. Yeah. So that would be 7 of the 14. It'd be half the ones they've now shown. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
cool.
I think. Yeah, that's for sure that all we know, right? Because,
we still don't have a date, received date, anything like that yet. No,
sadly, but
it's starting to be like Riot's kind of like fucking Tarkov when it comes to that, right?
Yeah, but
eventually it'll come out, but eventually.
But they haven't.
But here is a little teaser that only certain people get to play, but eventually it'll come out. We promise. I swear to God.
They haven't put a set date like it's gonna come out like Tarkov does. Oh, it's gonna come out at the end of this year or the next fucking wipe or whatever Nikita loves to do. They haven't done that yet.
They're making it clear that it's not coming out
for another probably year.
While.
Yeah.
Like we probably won't get our hands on it for another year.
Yeah, we won't probably.
Let alone it being fully released.
Thanks for the follow, Baxton. I appreciate it.
14 character rosters are a really good start for a free-to-play fighting game.
I agree.
Like, there's only been a few free-to-play fighting games, and like KI's starting roster was like 6 or something.
Yeah.
In season 1. Of course, they had like a lot less budget than this game does, but
speaking of that, didn't they say something about KI?
Yes.
At Evo?
They are doing a balance patch.
Yeah.
Microsoft invited Iron Galaxy back after all these years to do a balance patch,
which is huge. That's big news for KI.
Yeah, and update the game for the newer Xbox consoles.
And rollback, right? Did they talk about rollback?
That game's had rollback.
Oh, has it?
Since 2013.
Oh wow, that's good.
Yeah, Iron Galaxy were some of the first guys to some of the first commercial devs to use rollback netcode. The Street Fighter 3 Third Strike Online Edition, which was like an arcade, like Xbox Live arcade game.
Yeah.
For the 360, was came out in 2012 and it had rollback.
Oh, that's awesome. That's good.
Yeah.
Real quick question, more for Cameron and Dad, but more for Cameron. What do you think about League doing servers for the fighting game? I mean, not League, but Riot doing servers for the fighting game and not peer-to-peer like most fighting games.
It makes sense considering it's a 2v2.
Yep.
Also makes sense considering Riot's already have all that
infrastructure
infrastructure done. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I think it's gonna be a.
And it's the fucking Cannon brothers.
Yeah.
The guys who created rollback netcode.
Yeah. So
if that game doesn't run perfectly, I'd be surprised.
Me too. Honestly.
Those guys they know what they're doing.
Yep. And obviously they know a lot about the fighting game community. So I think it's gonna be a while before we get our hands on it, but it's gonna be a lot of fun. And I think it's going to be good. It's going to be one of those entry-level, like Riot loves doing, entry-level games that anybody can play. Easy to learn, hard to master.
Yeah, but better than Valorant.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That's the one problem with Valorant. It's a good game, but it is too easy to learn, and there's not that much of a ceiling other than all the abilities, which makes it boring, in my opinion.
Similar to what we were talking about with Baldur's Gate, I'd like to see the industry progress.
Yep.
I'd like to see them evolve. This is competition. Competition is good.
Yep.
Let's see Capcom release a free-to-play team-based fighting game. It doesn't have to be Marvel. It can be an asset dump. It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. No one gives a shit about how cohesive the art style is in a Capcom All-Stars fighting game scenario. No one gives a shit.
I would agree, yeah.
We want to see all the Capcom characters doing crazy stuff. It's such an obvious thing for big devs like Capcom or Bandai Namco to do.
Yeah. But my biggest question is, how are they going to do skins? Because how are they going to make their money? They got to do skins of some sort. Are they going to make it asinine like Valorant?
It's fucking Who gives a fuck about the skins?
I agree.
There's a lot of complaints about Street Fighter 6 right now because there's a battle pass and shit.
Who cares?
Who fucking cares, dude?
Who cares? I agree. My one complaint, my one worry about monetization in that game is going to be, I don't want to buy all the characters, like you do in Valorant, like you do in League. If you have you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So yeah. I don't want them to be
how are they going to do that?
And I don't think you can do that in a fighting game personally. It makes it to where...
So they did it with KI.
They did.
You could buy every character for $30, or you could buy individual characters. And if you didn't buy any characters, there was it's like how League is, where it's a rotating roster of free characters.
that doesn't sound good because me and you both know, for fighting games, if you want to get good at a fighting game, you have to stick with a character.
Yeah,
right?
stick with one character. Yeah.
And if you're bottlenecking people with that right away, it doesn't seem smart to me.
Here's how I assume they'll do it. They'll have a base roster. They'll have probably the current playable characters.
Yeah.
The four.
Four.
Yeah, four. They'll have those four playable, and then the rest will be the League of Legends style of like in-game currency to unlock them, or you can pay for them. That's my guess. It'll probably be season based. They'll probably release, I don't know, 4 characters a season. That's a total out of my ass number, but like it'll be probably a part of the season pass, or you can just buy them straight up, or buy them with the currency. It'll give you 3 options. That's my guess.
Is it 100%? It's going to be that because that's what they're still doing in League. That's what they did in Valorant.
See, that was
unless you have like Game Pass, right? Didn't they do something with like if you had Game Pass, you got all the characters or some shit like that, right?
Yeah, and I think it's still a thing. If you do that. But that just almost feels archaic, and I know that's probably not the best word for it, but it feels old. That's like an old way.
Antiquated is the word you're looking for.
Thank you. Like if you look at Dota, and I know Dota's an old game, you get every character right off the bat.
Yeah.
That seems way more smart to me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Yeah, I agree, but there's not a precedent for free-to-play fighting games.
No.
There's not a precedent for free-to-play fighting games, and there is a precedent for Riot Games and Tencent, which is who owns Riot.
Yeah.
So more than likely you're going to see that precedent pushed into the free-to-play fighting game area than something else.
No, yeah, you're going to have your free currency, your premium currency, and your battle pass.
Yep.
And skins are going to be exclusively battle pass or premium currency, and then champions will be premium currency or free currency, and then or maybe it'll be thrown into the battle pass too.
Yeah. I'm assuming
well, maybe. I don't know. I'm
assuming they'll do something.
Isn't that what Valorant did? Valorant did the battle pass thing for other champions, right? You had to get a certain amount of points along a line to be able to unlock a character unlock.
Yeah, no.
Or am I thinking of?
No, they did something.
Oh, I'm thinking of Apex Legends. That's how Apex Legends was.
Oh yeah.
You're kind of right. So Valorant did it to where you had like a battle pass sort of kind of thing, but it was with each character, with each new character, you leveled up their character until you got to the 5th level or whatever, and at that level, because you got like the banner in the beginning, and then you got like a fucking name tag or something, and then an icon, and then
who gives a fuck about that game? That game sucks. Even the fucking people who play it don't support their competitive scene at all. Oh. No one cares. No one gives a shit. Can you name the lead designers of Valorant?
Cupcake.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Is that one of them?
I think that's the lead designer. Let me see.
I don't know. I think so. That brings up another fucking thing then, because they did talk about that at Evo too, right? Which is how they're going to do the competitive scene for this game.
Yeah.
Because they've locked down the competitive scene for both Valorant and League of Legends, and that whole thing is starting to fall by the wayside because of that, right? Mm-hmm. League's popularity is waning, especially in the West, and Valorant really hasn't taken off, and I'm assuming because of Riot's totalitarian fucking grip over their esports franchises. Do you think this is going to fall under that same?
Well, they already said they already made a statement about it, saying we are not going to shut down grassroots tournaments. We support grassroots tournaments. We're not doing franchising. It's
because
they also said that about League though, and then they gave us the ability to create a fucking like online game still through their servers and all that bullshit. Are they actually going to give people the the game that they can download and use offline at a fucking LAN center in the middle of fucking Brazil?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's probably going to be always online. I doubt you'll have like a true offline mode, but like local, is it like for LAN shit? They already local multiplayer is already in the game, so
is it though?
They played it at Evo. That's what they were playing.
Right.
Local.
They played local on a fucking on at a Riot event on a with I'm assuming is a Riot server there locally because that's how they did League too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that you have to have a Riot there to do that fucking to be there for that tournament.
I doubt that they would.
Are they going to allow any third-party people to go create tournaments locally at a fucking at a micro center in fucking Indianapolis?
Micro center.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just thinking of a tech place. I couldn't think of that was
at a Circuit City.
At a Circuit old school city. Old Circuit City. No, but you know what I'm saying.
Electronics has gone the same way.
Yeah, Fry's Electronics is on too. But you know what I'm saying? Are they going to allow that? Because that is the reason that the only surviving esport right now is CS.
Yeah, they already said
because third parties were able to create massive fucking tournaments and have big money involved without fucking Valve's involvement at all. Right? That blast tournament that just had nothing to do with Valve.
Yeah.
The DreamHack Masters has nothing to do with Valve.
They already said that they're not going to restrict tournament organizers. And in fact, they said for the first while after release, there probably won't be any Riot run tournaments at all.
They said that with Valorant as well.
Yeah, but it's a different beast. Like
no, I agree. No, they said they weren't going to do it for a while. But they did say eventually they were going to franchise their shit and like they do with League of Legends.
But you can't do it with fighting. You just can't.
No,
it's not.
But it's less about that for me anyway. It's less about that, and it's more about allowing other people to build something off of your game. And Riot has been notoriously bad about allowing that to happen. Yeah. They will not allow anybody else's hands in their cookie jar.
What they said specifically was they don't want it's not like League or Valorant where it's they already said it's not going to be a league style thing. So it's not going to be a weekly round robin blah blah blah.
Right.
It is so inherently it's going to be more
tournaments.
It's going to be tournaments. Yeah. I can't. There's no way they would restrict a CEO from running it, or Evo from running it, or
like Nintendo does.
Yeah, they might do maybe do franchising and
I think you're living in a dream world. Personally,
but that's what they already said.
No, they said that they wanted grassroots tournaments to happen. The grassroots tournaments being whoever works with Riot to make these fucking tournaments happen. Not me as a fucking guy in the Northwest putting up a bunch of money and getting all the Northwest kids to come to the fucking Portland Retro Gaming Expo and have a fucking tournament at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo.
The thing
they're not going to allow that to happen.
They are.
No way.
The thing is, they can't.
No fucking way Riot will allow that to happen.
They already said they will, though. They already said those like they will not stop grassroots tournaments.
Yeah,
they already said
how are they
that.
gonna stop that?
They can't.
Because they're not going to give you the tools to allow you to do it.
What, like custom match?
Yeah, we have the tools.
Right.
Like,
yeah, you will have to build it through whatever they decide to give you. That's what I'm saying. Valve gave you the tools to be able to build your fucking servers with whatever rules you want your tournament to be. For CS.
I'm not really understanding what you mean.
So you don't think there's going to be local...
No, there will not be local.
They already announced it. Like, they already showed it off. Local play on one computer.
Yeah, they did. It wasn't with 2 computers. I just realized that. So if you have the game downloaded, you can play it. Anywhere.
Now, whether you need an internet connection or whatever, just for, like, DRM reasons or whatever, I don't know.
I just... You guys are giving fucking Riot way too much credit.
I'm not giving Riot any credit. I'm giving the Cannon brothers credit. These are the guys that created Evo. They're the guys who are front running this project.
In the way I look at it, if Riot told them that they couldn't do that, if they were like, we can't make it to where you can do there's no way we're going to allow grassroots or whatever, we have to have it connected to the internet at all times, blah 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 blah, I don't think they would have done the project.
Yeah, it would be, if they did that, it would be like Bud Dwyer all over again. They would be, in the eyes of the FGC, they'd be shooting themselves. And then there would be no traction for Project L.
We'll see. I am, your negativity or sensitivity, whatever you want to call it, towards Nikita and fucking Battle State. That's how I feel about Riot.
That's fair.
Riot will find a way to fuck it up.
I agree. Like, Riot sucks. I'm gonna see if I can find the official statement for.
But Nikita sucks too.
They will find a way to fuck it up.
Nikita really sucks. M80 level 4 trader. Fuck you.
You know what's fucking hilarious? Talking about, while Cameron's looking that up, talking back about that the whole podcast thing. Jesse even talked about it. He's like, people hyper focus on ammunition way too much. He's like, I'll go into fights with an MP7 full of the worst ammo I can possibly get, just to hear people bitch at me that I'm using shit ammo.
Okay, you can't.
He goes, and you know what's going to happen? It's going to take one less bullet to kill somebody if I spent 350,000 more rubles on ammunition.
You're right with that fucking gun, because it shoots so fast. I am more pissed. Here, I'll bring in the ammo chart up because I'm pissed now. You pissed me off. Where is this stupid ass fucking ammo? The worst ammo for MP7s. First off, he is fucking wrong. It's not going to take one more, because it can't even penetrate level 4. So he would at least have to put 4 more shots into a dude's helmet to penetrate it. So he's wrong on that aspect. Second off,
subsonic SX is what he was saying.
Still can't penetrate class 4 at all, unless it's hurt. But whatever, the gun shoots fast. I get it. Still takes 1 bullet if you hit him in the face. That's not what I'm pissed about. I'm pissed that they made... Where is fucking 308? They made basically the best round for I mean the base level round that was always the base level round in all the wipes that we played except for maybe the last one because we didn't play it, but all the wipes that we played, they made that round behind a level 4 trader. It is literally middle of the pack, Dad. It's middle of the pack for
what does it penetrate?
It can penetrate level 4.
I have the official statement.
It can
For
sometimes okay. It can sometimes penetrate level 5. The second worst round has a hard time penetrating level 4. You have to put multiple bullets into their head to penetrate level 4. It's 308. Like, why the fuck would you do that? I don't know. I think it's stupid. I think Nikita's dumb as fuck for thinking that's a good idea. I just, like, looking at the ammo chart, it literally makes no sense. It's middle of the pack, and you can buy, you can buy BP 545 at level 2, or can you buy it at level 2?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. For sure you can buy PP at level 2. And it has the same stats as the bullshit round that you get for the 308. So like, and then M80. What? Let's see what 545 has.
What's M80's equivalent in 545? Penetration and damage wise.
Penetration wise would be BT, and you can buy that at level 3 proper.
Okay.
And penetration wise for 556, we can buy that at level 2 Peacekeeper.
What, A5, 856 A1?
Yep. So what's the fucking point? Penetration wise, obviously M80 does more damage because it's just a bigger bullet, but still. I don't know. Nikita's fucking dumb.
Anyway, go ahead, Cameron. Sorry, we got a tangent.
So what it says is Riot Games appears to be stepping away from the full franchises format of League of Legends and Valorant, with the Cannon brothers pledging to keep grassroots fighting game tournaments a significant part of the ecosystem. This includes not forcing Project L players to drop other games, allowing Project L to be played at tournaments where other fighting games are present. In a way, it's similar to how Riot handled League before they stepped in and took everything over.
Right.
He 2000s. That's what it says.
So the way Riot handled League before they stepped in and took everything over was you still had to have a League representative at your tournaments, monitoring all the bullshit, doing all the stuff for all of that stuff.
I don't see Riot I mean, I guess I could see Riot fucking it up. But I there's no way the Cannon brothers, if they're still the leads of the project years from now, there's no way they would allow Riot to have a stranglehold on Project L on the competitive scene.
I think that's where you're living in the dream world. They're gonna want their selves involved in it at all points in time.
I mean the Cannon brothers. I'm talking about the Cannon brothers.
Sure.
Not talking about Riot.
I'm talking about Riot.
I'm saying as long as the Cannon brothers are involved, they're not gonna let the esports be run like that. Now, people get kicked off, people get fired, blah blah blah,
all the time, and Riot is notorious about shit canning people once they've met their usefulness level.
The issue is this is a niche. This is a niche genre. It's never going to reach the audience that Valorant and League ever.
Yeah,
it
true.
will never. So them controlling all of Project L would be not even close to them controlling all of one region as far as League of Legends goes.
Right.
You know what I mean? It wouldn't even be all of fucking Oceania.
Yeah, I think it'd be bigger than Oceania.
I don't think so, honestly.
Worldwide, I think Project L will be bigger than Oceania and League of Legends.
It's so niche.
And maybe after they made that statement, I started thinking about it. Maybe not. Whatever.
It's not. Yeah. Listen, Riot could fuck it up. Easily, they could fuck it up. If they're smart, they won't.
Yeah.
And if the Cannon brothers have anything to say about it, they won't.
League of Legends has 2,746,000 players on the Oceania servers.
That's lifetime.
Yeah. Well, no.
That's not concurrent playing players. That's just who is registered.
Because they're probably at like maybe 1 million concurrent right now.
I doubt that. I doubt it's even that.
Oh, I guarantee it's 1 million. Because CS:GO's at 800,000 right now.
In Oceania?
No, I mean overall.
No.
Yeah, it seems. Fuck, Korea has 20 million player count. West Europe has fucking 35.
Jesus.
Yeah, Eastern Europe has interesting
6 or 12 maybe.
How many of them are still alive?
True. Because of Zelensky.
And Putin.
Jesus Christ.
Speaking of that whole thing in controversy, did you hear the whole shit that's going on with Elon right now?
No, what is he doing again?
What did he say?
No, he didn't say anything. But apparently, CNN or somebody said that he turned off the Starlink over Crimea just before
I heard about that.
Just before Ukraine wanted to do a little fucking suicide drone bombing on the Russian fleet, right? And he wouldn't allow it to happen. And he's like, that's not anywhere fucking close to what happened. They wanted me to turn it on it was never on there. They wanted me to turn it on over there, and I told them, fuck off. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm not being a contributing factor to World War III.
Yeah.
See, it's like there's a big fucking difference between me shutting off because they were going to and me not allowing it because they wanted me to. There's a big goddamn difference.
So in 2022, League of Legends.
Colin wants to get off the hook.
Yes.
The Russian thing's so bad.
Yes. I'll say this: Zelensky, cool guy.
Okay, 180 million monthly players.
Pretty cool guy.
In 2022, 180 million monthly players. That's insane. That's for all league, but
all
still.
Regions.
Yeah.
Do you know
crazy, man.
Zelensky once played the piano with his dick?
Is that for a TV show of some sort?
Yeah,
that makes sense.
He used to be a stand-up comic.
Okay, this is getting out of hand, guys. All right, we need to fucking.
We call it there.
Hey, Rich.
That's how far.
Free market war. Yeah.
Free market war, exactly.
Yeah,
free market. We spend it all.
Just in time.
Oh, I love the military-industrial complex. It's the shit.
Christ.
But yeah, Zelensky used to be a stand-up comic, and one of his bits. This is how dumb European comedy is. He played the piano with his dick.
Was
it's
dick
funny.
out or like through his pants?
I think his dick was out.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
That's a cool guy.
Sounds like
isn't
Bobby
that
Lee.
isn't that fucking hilarious, dude?
That is fucking hilarious.
That's how funny they are in Europe. That's how much they understand comedy in Europe. I swear, go watch any European comic. They're 30 years behind.
They are not. They're so dry.
The good ones, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the good ones are dry. Yeah.
Yeah. You fucking... They're currently in the Dice Clay era. If you go watch them, they're so bad. It's
Really?
fucking incredible, yeah.
I've never watched any fucking
There's
EU guys.
What's really bad is Australia. Australia.
Really? I feel like they would be
Yeah.
great at. I feel like they're all really charismatic, so it'd be good.
Ukraine.
Yay!
UK has actually a good comedy scene. Australia doesn't.
So you should just go to You should just go to Australia and kill, dude.
Yeah, I'd murder.
Just murder.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, when are you going to do your next open mic night?
Yeah.
I don't know. Never.
No, come on.
I'm fishing for a car accident. So I don't have to go to an open mic thing.
Call back.
Into the bridge abutment.
Yeah.
Into the bridge abutment.
I'll do it eventually. I don't know. I'm not funny anymore.
Yeah, it's not true. You got some good concepts. You just got to work them.
Yeah. Like plane crashes. I came up with that. We could do this every podcast where I bounce bits off you guys.
And I think your bit that you want to bounce off, he's already bounced it off of me, Colin, so I think it's mandatory. And the date, it's mandatory. Go for it, Cameron.
No,
Yeah.
Are we gonna get banned for this shit?
No.
I don't like Cameron's hesitation there.
How can you get banned for something that didn't happen? But unintentionally, it happens to be a joke about plane crashes.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Let's hear it.
9/11. The coolest way to die is in a plane that's crashed. The lamest way to die is in a plane that's not crashing. The people who die in a plane crash go down in like a blaze of glory. And the people who die in planes that aren't crashing are like sweating and having heart attacks and yelling at stewardesses.
Jesus Christ, Cameron.
And drinking.
Drinking themselves to death.
Yeah.
And shitting themselves to death on a fucking airplane to Spain.
They're reaching for that vent. They're trying to twist it. Their chubby fingers. Their fingers are just touching. Their fingers are so big. Their fingers are touching and they can't. There's no grip on the knob to twist it.
What the
like, fuck, it's hot in here. Pressure's hurting my ears. And they're red. They're
As someone who almost died on an airplane like that, I can fucking relate.
Yeah. Their calf fat is hanging over their socks.
Oh, fuck.
They had to buy 2 seats in Comfort Plus.
Yeah. Which is discrimination.
Is it?
We live in such a fat phobic era. Which is why I gained 100 pounds from the last podcast. Because I'm an activist.
Okay.
A fat activist?
Yeah. I was going to be an activist for black people, but then...
Didn't want to jump on that bandwagon.
Yeah.
It's probably a good idea.
Did it fucking burn up before you could jump on it?
I didn't want to be a minstrel show from the 20s.
Rich said that the Twin Towers had evidence that led to the arrest of Hillary. Would have led to the arrest of Hillary.
Sounds about right. So the Twin Towers Clinton themselves?
Yes.
They got Clinton.
Yeah.
Not Clinton.
They got Clinton.
So it was all Clinton's fault.
Epstein.
Yeah.
The towers were Epstein.
I think that's a perfect place to end.
Jesus Christ. I hate you guys.
I don't know. The towers just drowned. It's weird. It's the strangest thing.
Just fucking fell over and stopped breathing all of a sudden.
Someone stopped looking at the towers for an hour and managed to hang themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Happy 9/11, everybody.
Happy 9/11.